All right. Well, let's hope that this thing is on. And if it is, then you can hear me and you can see me. And welcome, YouTube. My name is Philip, and today I got a very interesting video for you guys because I know that when I first started out trading, maybe about four and a half, almost 5 years ago, I would pull up a chart, I would look at a stock, and I would have no idea, not even the slightest clue of what on earth was I looking at. What the highs meant, what the lows meant, what these big candlesticks and these huge gaps meant. How can you generate some sort of idea or an intuition for which direction a stock is going to go? And, given the current market conditions, there's been a relatively higher volume of new people coming into the trading world. So hopefully this video, you find it helpful. And if you did, make sure you smash that like button because YouTube will see that and they see a lot of people like it and they'll recommend it to others and benefit others. And it also helps me out and grow the channel. I appreciate it. Anyhow, let's get into it. Let's make this quick and short. Let's look at a chart, guys. So again, one of the things I really struggled with starting out was reading charts. I really didn't know how to grasp an idea and generate something where was actionable. So let's look here. Let's look for a stock here. Let's run through something. I'm going to give you my analysis, what I see when I look at a chart, and hopefully you build off of this and you can kind of get an understanding for the better picture. So here we're just looking at a random stock. We're looking at CCL. This is the 2-year 1 day. So this is the daily chart. So each candlestick represents a whole single trading day activity. Normally, if you look on your Robinhood apps, you look at other stock trading platforms, usually by default, you'll have like the daily chart, the 1 minute chart, the 5-day chart. Sometimes they'll do 6 months or to a year. Generally, when you're looking at a big picture, you don't want to go less than 6 months. I usually do a year just because you get more data that way. The more the better. You really want to see what's been happening before. So let's begin here. Let's take a look here. This is just CCL. This is Carnival Corporations, the cruise line that everyone's been investing so hotly in recently, given the huge sell-offs we've had because of the COVID virus. But all right. So from a glance, guys, right away, you look at this chart, you see it. What's one of the first things you really want to look at? Of course, seeing where the high was is important. So you can see where the high is. You can see where the low is. And it's a huge trading channel here between $67 all the way down to $7. Right away, massive sell-off here. Huge sell-off. Very big disparity between its original trading channel, which is between here. I'll draw something for you guys here. The regular trading channels, which was between $67 up here and down here. Let's put it down here to about $40. So this is the channel. The stock is usually accustomed and known for trading to. And then of course we have COVID. But an interesting note is to see is when you're looking at a chart that's had such a massive drop, it's trading towards near the lows. This is an indication for you to think about buying this stock, right? Is this something that I might want to invest in just because it's it's trading at all-time lows? You're kind of buying the dip, buying low and selling high up here back when things get to normal and it falls back to its trading channel. Very simple, very basic analysis behind that. That doesn't mean that, okay, yeah, because it's low and it's down here and went down, I should just buy it, right? There's more to it that goes into it. There's a lot more that goes into it. You have to look at the financials, look at the news, if there's any deals going on. What is the word on the street? What are the price target that the analysts have? How is this on a technical standpoint? A lot of things play a role, right? And unemployment, how the economy is doing. But nonetheless, we're trying to keep it simple here. But when you see here hit the lows, right, you want to look, you look in time, you say, okay, this is the channel the stock is usually known for trading in, and it's low now. So let's see, how can I determine, when would it be a good time to buy? So this is when you just start seeing, the activities. How are the candlesticks starting to behave? So let's say, we happen to be here, on this day, which is April 9th. You can see now it formed a low, and since that low, it's starting to trend higher now, right? You want to trade with the trend here. This is how you get green trades. And now what you really want to focus on is these levels here, the previous levels where it was trading higher than it currently is now. So a level for an example here on this particular stock would be, where is the price line? Here it was. Would be this level right here, $19. This level here, this would also be a level. Excuse me. Remove drawing. This right here would also be a level. So we kind of want, we want to see how this stock now for the following days is going to perform towards these levels. Is it going to pull back? Is it going to continue to break? Okay, so we were here. We were here on April 9th. And let's see what happens the following day. See, the following day pulls back from this previous resistance level. What happens the following day? Okay, tend to bounce up. Now we're having to see, we're seeing that support is starting to form down here at the bottom. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong thing. This is June 9th. So we're starting to see support form here around $11, and starting now just to consolidate. It kind of just deciding which direction it wants to go. So let's see what happens next. Again, consolidation, and then here we have two big green days. This is beautiful here. Two big green days. Now breaking out of this previous resistance level. So these are good signs. What happens next? Okay, now the stock is going parabolic. Now it's breaking out. So right here would be a good time to buy, because you can see now the stock is sort of in a trend towards the upside now. We're having support, higher support being formed. So now here, previously, back in April 9th, April 7th here on this week, support was at $11. And now we can see that support is trading at about 11.30 cents, 11.35. And now it's on a breakout. This is how you should read things. This is a good indication that, hey, you should buy. Let's see what happens the following day. Okay, now we have profit takers. These are the people, who are buying up here. This is what I call a profit-taking day, where people are just selling. And what happens again? Another profit-taking day. And then here again, we have another green candle and formed at a higher support. This is looking good. I'm liking this trend. Some consolidation, some slight consolidation towards the previous resistance level. And then again, we have a breakout out of that resistance channel. And we can see that over time, once it broke this resistance level, it chased the next level, and then the next level, which happened to be around here. Let's draw that. And so forth. And you just keep changing the levels as the data keeps appearing, right? You wanna be able to read these charts, read these levels, and this is how you do it, guys, right? So again, we're starting here where we're looking at April 9th. Okay, we know that resistance is at this level, and let's see, we see some consolidations, deciding what it wants to do. Okay, perfect. We see a breakout, and it was a nice run. It went for a nice run, but now we have the profit takers here. And now we have higher support forming. We're trading at a higher channel than we were previously down here. And so it continues and it does the same thing. It spikes up. We have profit takers. It goes up and now we have profit takers. And we're seeing support continue consistently form higher support as it did here. And then it did here. Then here. Then here. And now, it's kind of forming, it's kind of like double bottoming here a little bit. But certainly, we can see that the trend is heading towards forming a higher support level. So that's just one example there. Let's look at a different stock here. Let's look at another hot stock. That would be NKLA, Nikola Tesla. Well, not Tesla, but supposedly the competitor to Tesla. Well, this really doesn't have a lot of chart history just because this stock is relatively new. They just listed through VTIQ. But, we can still apply it here, right? So let's look at this chart, right? You just pulled up the daily chart. This is what we're looking at. What am I seeing here? All right, what am I seeing here? Again, let's focus on this day here, May 13. So clearly, we can see here the stock went on a run, and now we have profit takers. You should always expect, after long consecutive green days, to have some days of profit takers here, and a nice little sell-off. What we really want to focus on is making sure that the sellers, the people with the profit takers, don't drive this stock all the way down to its previous levels. We want to see it form higher support, right? So we can see that support was here, around this level, right? And once the stock went on a run, we had the profit takers. It formed higher support here. Again, it went on a run. Big, nasty red day. Again, these are just profit takers. But we can see here, I'll even draw a channel. We can see here that the trend is pointing towards the upside. Right? These are things you want to be looking out for, seeing when you're looking at charts, whether you think it's a good buy or not. So what happens once this broke out of the channel? It broke out, and now we apply the same exact approach. Now we have new resistance levels that we have to draw out and we have to look for. So let's clear the drawing set, and I'm going to show you guys real quick here what I mean. How we apply the same approach. So we're looking here now. Now we're disregarding this trend. It broke out. Now we got to focus on what we have recently. So now we can say that resistance is at 93.99. It's up here. And where's support? Down here at this candle. So now we're within this very big trading channel, very parabolic move. Of course, then we have the huge sell-offs. I call these the profit takers. But something that is good that I see in this stock is that it formed higher support, as you can see here. And then it did the same thing here. And now, it's kind of wants to form a trend, but it's really not there yet, right? So this could be a good buy. This could be a good buy because you're buying towards the lows, the lower area, near support, and you're having confirmation that this thing is setting itself up for a run. So this is one way to look at it. So guys, we looked at two examples. If you have any questions, if you didn't understand some of the concepts I've covered, leave a comment down below. I will most likely respond because I don't have that much subscribers. But that's going to change. We're going to keep pushing content out there. But I do hope you found this video helpful. This is something that I wish I knew early on when buying stocks, because now, I'm kind of trading with some sort of background, some sort of confirmation, right? And it also gives you more confidence in your trading, I would say. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, share it with your friends, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.